Consumers are planning to cut back on spending in 2025. A new survey from BMO finds that more than a quarter of Americans say they plan to minimize spending in the new year. What impact could that have on retailers and the reseller market? We've got Vidyuth Srinivasan. He is the co-founder and CEO of Entrupy, a company that uses AI to authenticate luxury items for businesses and resellers. Great to have you on the program with us. I've been excited to have this conversation. So first and foremost, you hear a stat like that. What does that kind of translate through to the luxury part of the market where you need the authentication, where you need the buyers who are going to come in and look for discounts, look for deals?
Yeah, so in my experience, we have not seen a change. In fact, seasonally, we always see November and December to be bigger volume months. We see more volumes come through, which indicates, with the same customer base, of course, which indicates that there are more buyers happening. And in the luxury resale space specifically, it is sort of recession proof in that in a down market, people want more liquidity, so they tend to sell more. And in an up market, there's more accessible buyers. So you always end up seeing the market grow. And that's one of the reasons why it's grown double the rate of the retail luxury space.
And so with that in mind, what are some of the challenges right now that you're facing within the reseller market and making sure that you're setting up the market for the next leg of growth?
Well, one of the big problems, one of the perennial problems in this space is because of lack of regulation, you do have a lot of unauthorized, unethical, and straight up counterfeit sellers. So trust is one of the most important subconscious aspects of consumer purchases, especially in resale. So that's one of our main jobs is to add a strong layer of trust and peace of mind to every transaction. So I think the more businesses and sellers focus on adding layers of trust and eliminating the idea that you could be buying a fake product or buying an illicit good is going to be paramount to ensuring the growth of both resale and retail markets.
What do you think is necessary? Is it consumer protections getting ramped up, or is it the advent of more technology, artificial intelligence to safeguard against some of the counterfeits, even having the opportunity to circulate on either social media platforms or just in the web for sale?
I think the latter is going really strong, and we are one of the providers of AI authentication solutions, and we work with customers in about 90 different countries. So you need great technology, but you also need distribution because counterfeiting is a problem. It's global. It is not restricted just to one continent or one hotspot. And the ease with which counterfeiters can distribute, especially online in today's digital era, the problem is getting worse and worse. A good example of that is the fact that our volumes have more than doubled, but the counterfeit rate has stayed the same as to how many counterfeits we detect, which tells you that there are more counterfeits out in circulation. And so I feel technology is one of the best ways to do it, but you also need distribution.
All these things in mind, how can shoppers just make sure that they themselves are identifying and clearly recognizing when there's the possibility that they could be engaging with a counterfeit product or a fake?
It's almost impossible for a consumer with partial knowledge to be able to make a clear determination, which is why we would ask them to rely on an Entrupy certificate or look for a business that is Entrupy verified. The reason being, we vet every single business we work with. So we're almost like the neighborhood watch, right? We make sure that our businesses are following ethical practices. We make sure that all of their products are authenticated by us, also because they get a financial guarantee if the item turns out to be counterfeit. So it's almost like insurance for the consumers as well as for our customers. So we'd say watch out for certificates, ask for certificates. It is important because it brings you peace of mind. It also gives you extra coverage that you wouldn't get otherwise.
Just very quickly, we only have about 30 seconds. We've been talking about a lot of luxury items, but this also extends even over into counterfeit pharmaceuticals. What changes need to be made in that industry to make sure that this is not actually impacting the health of consumers at the end of the day?
Yeah, no, that's a huge problem, and it's a growing problem, especially with the number of detections of counterfeit Ozempic and weight loss products. I think we need a twofold solution with collaboration and cooperation between government, private technologies, detection technologies like ourselves, and the consumer awareness. This is a huge growing problem, and the only way we can solve it is through collaboration.
All right. Your State of the Fake report found that the global market for counterfeit pharmaceuticals estimated at $4.4 billion. That is a staggering figure to wrap your mind around. Vidyuth, thanks so much for taking the time here with us for the conversation. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Brian.